How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trailmakers Creations by ThatDomGuy. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of new creations that I've built in the last few days. This one here is kind of different. This has two propellers that actually are vertical rather than horizontal. It's a little tricky taking off, but it flies kind of weird, and it looks kind of weird when it's flying. Check it out. Let's build it into the world. As you can see, I've got my little hover happening there. The wings are actually on free rotating servos. So you can see they're just rotating on their own, but I needed to keep this hovering system in there in order to be able to take off the ground. So spacebar, number one is your stabilizer, of course, and the spacebar is our propellers. As you can see, the nose and the tail angle up and down. Try and give some direction to the propellers, which obviously just want to pull straight forward. Yeah, I thought that was kind of unique, kind of different. Not the fastest thing in the world. Then again, these helicopter blades tend to create a lot of drag, so I'm not surprised. It does work well, and there's a diving bell seat on it, because if you go into the water, turn your props off and just use the seat rotation. Face yourself upwards. And the props do pull through the water a bit, so you can pull yourself up out of the water. In theory. Hey man, it looked good on paper. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. We're coming up. We want to get a nice upward tilt on there. Come on, come on. Straight up and out. Straight up and out. Straight up and out. Up, 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 up. Ooh. Nice. Now, landing this thing is a whole different ball game, because as soon as you let go of the power, that's got to be these rotating, the residual rotation from the helicopter engines. As soon as you let go of the blades, it just spins upside down. Well, okay, if you want to consider that a successful landing. Alright, let's take a look at something else. Alright, let's take a look at the shooting star. Now, you guys really seem to like the Ghost Comet motorcycle in the last episode there that had all the Mad Scientist blocks on it. So I decided to go with a more stable flyer with the same effect. See how many I could put on there to try and mask the entire vehicle. Now, when it's sitting still hovering like this, you can still see the vehicle somewhat. Of course, it's got fire pits on it. So, we hit space, takes us up. Left control takes us down. And our WASD gives us our forward motion. That's a screenshot. I'm going to use that for a thumbnail. So yeah, as you can see from the ground, it just looks like a shooting star flying through the air. Can't see any of the craft, can't see any of the vehicle. That's what I was going for, trying to hide the whole thing with just the effects. Did pretty good. From the front, you can still see it, obviously, because it's all trailing behind it. Oh, lost some pieces. Yeah, down's got good momentum. It'll bring you down. You want to make sure you don't get too close to the ground. Oh, and there we go. Now it's going to get all messed up and shoot up into the sky. Yep, that is available on the shop. If you're interested in just a bizarre flyer. Let's go back to our spawn point here. See what else we got. in the tickle trunk. We got... Oh yeah, I could show you this. Check this out. This is the Wraith Interceptor. It's a little chopper. Tried to do something different with the landing gear, but it's kind of weird. As you can see, it folds out. It's automatic. As soon as we hit number 1, that's our propellers pull up into the air here. See the sensor. Oh man, see? It's hard to get these things to fold up and in the right order. See them pop out like that? So, straight up, fold up inside. No landing gear seen whatsoever. There's a cannon on the bottom. Big cannon. Points down at like a 45. Yeah, this is pretty fast for a small chopper. It's like a pocket chopper. 115 miles an hour. Handles really well. Oh, in the drink. Should make an aquatic chopper. Aqua job. Man. No, being a test pilot ain't everything that it's cracked up to be. Wow, well that was completely unsuccessful. Yeah, I was just trying to make the smallest possible chopper I could. Landing gear is a different story. I could probably take it off there and it would be just fine and you wouldn't have those issues. But I was trying to find something that was kind of cool, kind of unique. Yeah, that's on the shop as well. Let's see what else we got here. We got time for one more. Let's look at the clock. Oh yeah, for sure. Huh. Let's take a look at... Here, this is a bonus one. I'll show you the Ugly Duckling. This is 0 sensors. Alright. Let's try that again. Ta-da! So as you can see, it's bipedal, 2-legged. No gimbals. No thrusters. And you'll see in a second why it's called the Ugly Duckling. And walk. Man, it's fully walking on its own. But again, it's harder than you think to get a bipedal walker to stay balanced on his own without using any thrusters or sensors. Or all this thing has on it is the, of course, my 3-axis gyroscope on it there, and a helicopter engine for steering. Other than that, there's nothing for propulsion. Walks on the bottom of the water as well. But I just thought that was a pretty wild. The way it walks like that is so like a duck. Right? If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it must be a duck. But that's a pretty ugly duck, so that's got to be the Ugly Duckling. This is not on the shop yet. I'll upload it maybe just for shits and giggles. But very entertaining to build. Trying to get a smooth walking motion is... Next to ornithopters, walkers is my big challenge. That's where I love to spend a lot of my time trying to perfect. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap that up here. We'll let this guy waddle off into the sunset. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.